Welcome back to Vintage Story. I have just upgraded to 1.18.0 pre-8 and the drifters are still around. Now, I am delighted to report that the crash that has caused my worlds to crash so badly has been fixed. Now, this was the crash used to cut the bookcase down and the world would crash. Fixed. Perfect. What I'm going to try is, has it been done for all the bookcases? Yes. Excellent. That's a great step forwards. So we have that. I'm really enjoying that. Small things, but when your game crashes as badly as mine did, it's really good to have that. Now, another one I want to try is whether it has been fixed that we can stand this gorgeous bud net against the wall. No. Okay, so I can't stand that against the wall. How weird. And the same happens with tongs and with oars, as far as I'm aware. We can't place them on the ground easily, and we can't, at least I don't think we can place them on the ground. No. And we can't stand them against the wall, but those are small things. In addition, we have some new clutter blocks, and we also have a new tall display case. Now, if you look at H and you look at case, you can see that there is now a tall display case. And judging by the fact that this looks very cracked and old, I think this will be in clutter. This is a new one, but we do not have the ability to make it. So I'm not sure whether it's something that you might find in clutter and be lucky enough to get a whole one or not. But I thought I would show it to you. Look, this is it. Now, these are butterflies. Now, it's too early in the year to actually find butterflies here. So what I'm going to do is to slip into Creative. And then I'm going to spawn some in. Let's do butterfly. These may be the live ones. Let's do this. Okay. Right, so we'll spawn them in. So pretty, so pretty. Now let's go back to survival. Now that we've got some butterflies. Now when you can catch them. There you are. You catch them by left clicking. There you are. So you can see that once you catch them, they're there. Now, if I take the live one, I can put it in the case. It does not fit, but the dead one fits. So you can't put live butterflies in the case, but you can put dead ones. And I find the thing that I suppose grieves me most is that when we catch them, they do die. So however many butterflies there are, I love having butterflies in the game, but I want them alive, not dead. However, it does strike me that this net, that you will know I'm so thrilled about, looks fantastic. I just wonder whether it couldn't be used as a shrimping net. When I was a little girl, I live in England, and when you're never more than 2 hours from the sea, and we used to go down to the coast and to the rock pools, and the piers, and we would take these shrimping nets and we would catch little crabs and shrimps and things like that. And sometimes in rivers you could catch minnows. So although I like the fact we have a butterfly net, seeing as the design is so beautiful, I just wonder whether it couldn't be used as a fishing net. I'm very happy to catch dead fish. Live butterflies I like, dead butterflies not so keen. But that's just a personal choice. I mean, I just love having butterflies in the game. We have 2 other clutter blocks that have been added. And these are very interesting. One of them is, where have I put it in here? Here we go. Look at this. It's a crown, and this is going to be in the clutter blocks. So you've got a 50% chance of that becoming real when you break it at the moment. Now, whether it's going to be a crown like this or whether it's going to be a broken crown, I don't know. We'll probably have both. So that's come into the game, which I think is very nice. And I must say, I think that they've added something that I find really strange. This is a Mianguan. Now, I had to look this up because I had never ever heard of this before. Let me just take this off. It's a hat, and it's Chinese, and it is only worn by the highest of the high. So, and it was normally worn for ceremonial reasons when you were going to sacrifice. I mean, look at this thing. Look at it. It's just astonishing. I must take a photo of that. It's absolutely astonishing. I've never heard of it. As I said, looked it up on Google, and I had thought when I first saw it, hang on, let's get back, that it might be another Japanese hat, because we had these, and this straw hat looks a farmer's hat. We've got what I call the sort of, you know, Baron Samdi hat, but it never occurred to me that we would have a Chinese hat. So add all those together, and also let's pick up this crown, the crown, and we seem to have an amazing range of fancy hats to choose from now. Unfortunately, they can't be seen under your helmet, but you know, that's life. Right, so we've got more, and this is a clutter block, and this is a clutter block. So you do stand a chance of finding both of these. And this is a sacrificial hat worn by the highest of the high. So quite an interesting thing to put in. Very random in my view. In addition to this, we have something on the horizon that I agree with mightily, and that is that they are altering the way in which stone tools, let me find some stone, limestone, what have I got in here? This, I think this will, looking for stone that will nap. And yeah, if you remember, when you nap stone, you get 2 knives, and that takes up 2 slots in your inventory, which at the beginning of the game, when inventory slots are so valuable, having 2 knives is difficult. Now obviously what they're going to do, whoops, let's do that again. I want that. See, can you see they're going to go to 1 knife, and they've already got this in place, and then instead of the 2 knives, they're going to double the durability on the 1 knife, which I just think is such a quality of life thing. It's going to be wonderful. Now you can see I'm still getting 2 knives. If we put this in, 112 durability, and if we put the bone handle in, does it alter it? I think that's already a double durability actually. and that's only 68. So I think they've doubled the durability on this, but they haven't doubled the durability with the bone handle. So I think there's they've got to think about this a lot more, and they need to think about not just stone, but also flint. Are they going to do the same with flint knives? So I think there's a lot of work to be done around this concept, but I do think as a concept, it's absolutely first class. I think that's excellent. I'm liking that a lot. So the devs are clearly progressing. I am mystified at some of the clutter blocks, but that's fine. It's nice to have something unique that you find and very different. I am delighted that they fixed the bookcase crash, because that was a really bad one as far as I'm concerned. And I do think that the initial gameplay advantage of having one knife with double the durability will be quite fantastic, but I think the whole concept needs to be worked through a bit better. But on the whole, I think that the 1.18 update is looking pretty good to me. That's the end of that video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did so, leave a like. Bye bye.